Hi, and welcome to another episode of Boozing with Boomers. I'm Dave, and I've been on a quest to learn how to make a great balanced cocktail, so please hit the subscribe button so we can go on this journey together. Today is National Peppermint Latte Day. We could probably guess who lobbied for this day, but I am going to recognize the day with a, well, what I hope to be a classic cocktail, but a very fun cocktail that'll be chocolatey and minty, whose history goes back to March 2020. And what was important about March 2020? It was our initial shutdown for COVID-19. And because they're forward thinkers, my cousin Judy and her husband Ray put out a quarantine cocktail challenge to their friends and family. The premise was simple. Go to your bar, go to your basement, go to your cabinet, and look for a bottle of liquor that you tried once, but then kind of stored away and never touched it again. And I was lucky enough to find a bottle of Cointreau Crème de Menthe, so I didn't know they made that. And two, while I didn't know what year it was, because back in around the 80s, they used to have these tax tapes on it that had a year printed on it. This one has fallen off. This bottle, if you can see, is actually 3/4 of a quart. So this is not a 750 milliliter bottle. And by doing some research, I found out that around 1976, they started changing over the quart measurements or ounce measurements to milliliters. So this today, when you go get it, will be a 750 milliliter bottle. So we know this is at least 44 years old. And I have to say, it made a very tasty cocktail. And most of the recipes for creme de menthe want you to add cream. I think the grasshopper is one. But I wanted something lighter, but I also wanted something that reminded me of my favorite ice cream growing up, which was green mint chocolate chip from Garden State Farms in Hohokus, New Jersey. And this is back in the Wonder Years. Well, I think I've succeeded, and I think you'll enjoy it because it is not too heavy. However, I do allow an additional garnish that will make this the most decadent cocktail in your library. So, the second thing about today is COVID-19 has really taken its toll on the small businesses, the restaurants and the bars and the small shops like chocolate shops. And I'm happy to announce that Boozing with Boomers is starting to collaborate with Éclat Chocolate of Westchester, Pennsylvania. Chris Curtin, the chef and owner, we're going to work on some infusions and really do some interesting things with chocolate, but chocolate in anything makes it great. So we'll find a balanced cocktail to share in the future. Today, what I'm going to do is take his cocoa nibs and make that the pièce de résistance for our Russian Emerald cocktail that I'm going to make today. The other important thing is Chris wanted to recognize the Boozing with Boomers crowd, and you will all get a 20% discount for anything that you order online just by using the code that's in the description, which I believe is Boomer 2020, but don't hold me to that because I didn't write it down. But it will be correct by the time you see this video. And what's important about that is we're looking for ways to help the small businesses as much as possible, working with our local community. But I'm going to tell you right now, his are the best chocolates on the planet. His caramels have a soft center. I do not like chewy caramels, but his caramels have a hard shell outside, both milk and chocolate. You bite into it, and you should do it in one bite, and it flows out as liquid burnt butter. I can't describe anything better than that. I will figure out how to put that into a cocktail because then my career is done. So let's get started with the cocktail. That's why we're here. So the three ingredients, simple: Russian vodka, Creme de Cacao, Creme de Menthe, and then I'm going to top it with the cocoa nibs. The other thing I'll point out here is when you go on his website, we have the candy cane bar demonstrated here. He has a bunch of different bars, a bunch of different caramels. I really think you will be amazed. Every time I share these things, it becomes their favorite chocolate shop. So please give him a try. So let's get to the recipe. The Russian Emerald. And I made a mistake. One of my episodes, this is a nice bright color green. So here is our creme de menthe. I'll pour that in first. I was doing something with Aperol and I actually got my things mixed up because when you've got a bunch of clear things in here. So here's the Creme de Cacao. Again, I am still an amateur bartender, but I think I'm getting better. And then the Stolichnaya Russian vodka. You can use any Russian vodka. I like Stolichnaya because actually this has probably been in the freezer for 20 years as well. Okay. Oh, and then this is a shake and drink. Make sure I have all my tools today. Remember when we're shaking a drink to put a lot of ice. You know, everybody talks about fill it up with ice. And again, the reason is by filling it up with ice, you definitely want to dilute the drink a little bit to balance out the flavors that are in there. You want to chill the drink, but you don't want to over dilute. And one thing COVID taught us is this is a 20-second shake, and we do that to the ABC song. I'll be right back. All right. I actually chose not to frost this glass today only because I wanted you to see the coloring in this cocktail. A beautiful, beautiful bright. Let me get the boomers before I garnish that so this doesn't get over diluted. This is clearly an emerald. And then what I do with the nibs, and you could, if there's a chocolate bar on Chris's menu that you would like, that's your favorite, you can get that and grate that on top as well. But what's great about it is, right, and I've got about a teaspoon worth, but I needed to save some for the boomer. You'll get that chocolate flavor. You'll get the chocolate flavor from here, but the mint plays through. The vodka kind of just rounds it all together. So let's see how I did today. Oh, whoops. I was just so excited. I'm ready to drink them both. Let me try again. Cheers. Okay, that is minty fresh. You get the chocolate. I love this chocolate, love this cocktail. And I was gonna put ice cream in it today, but I'm gonna do that later because I think I'm gonna save that drink for after dinner because it is wonderful. So please, if you like today's episode, hit the like button and subscribe if you hadn't already. Please try Chris's chocolates. You will not regret it. It is, and I'm telling you, it is the best chocolate on the planet. So until next time, please enjoy the Russian Emerald and Chris's chocolates, and cheers.